Let's talk about some movies.
No. All right, podcast done.
All right, done. Episode done.
Real quick.
Yep. All right. Bye-bye.
I like movies, though. I want to talk about them.
Yeah, well, movies are kind of stupid. I don't know why we do this. I'm just kidding. What's the first topic y'all want to start off with? Who do y'all want to start off with?
Me.
Sure, because Jacob, for some reason, didn't send the 3, so let's go.
Yeah,
What's your
I
3
wanted
topics?
to surprise you. My first one is soap operas and the effect they have on modern culture.
None?
No, they do.
Like old people?
Yeah.
Like old people ready to die, like they sit around and watch soap operas, but that's about it.
Okay.
I mean...
But here's the thing, though. Why don't we talk about how soap operas influence modern politics?
Of course.
You ever think about that?
All the time.
Have you ever thought about...
When I watch Days of Our Lives, I think about the election.
Hey, this is a proven fact that I just came up with myself. 99% of Antifa members love Days of Our Lives.
That's great. Who cares?
I'm sorry, it's the other way around. They hate it.
Give us a real topic. This is dumb.
I refuse to subject myself to this.
Okay, alright, so... Have we already done epic movie scores?
Yeah, we're doing that today. That's one of Brian's.
We can cross over with it.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay.
I like talking about music.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so... What's your all's favorite movie scores?
Favorite movie score, Under the Skin.
Under the Skin.
Under the Skin's good.
I remember when we were driving back from a football game in Huntington.
I remember it.
It
was
creepy.
Yeah, because we rode back at night.
Yeah.
It was like
and
midnight.
It was foggy. It looked like Silent Hill.
Yeah.
No one on the road at all. The road was empty. And I was like, here, I got this cool song for us to play. And I started playing the music for Under the Skin. He's like, what the hell? This is terrifying.
I was like, I'm seriously unrested right now.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It is a really good score.
It's incredible.
I'm not the biggest fan of that movie, but the score is great.
Yeah, you're wrong, though. But all joke, yeah, the score is incredible. I love, that might be one of my suggestions.
Alright, how about you, Brian? What's your favorite movie score?
I'd have to say the Terminator movies.
Terminator
Those
movies are great.
Those are badass.
Yep.
I like those.
They're iconic.
Yeah, well, because I think I made this point to you before, the fact that I miss scores where music was actually centered around one character.
Yes.
Like when a character was...
It was a theme song.
Entered the scene,
Yeah.
and they had a song, yeah.
Yes, and I missed that. And Terminator perfected it, in my opinion.
You know who you can blame for that? Marvel movies.
Pretty much.
Because they've started that trend of, where the Avengers movies are awesome. Like, they have actually, a really cool score for the Avengers.
Yes.
Like, the Avengers theme is amazing. But as for the individual characters, they had no theme for them.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when I watched Batman vs. Superman, Batman had his own theme, Superman had his own theme, Lex
Yes.
Luthor had his own theme. Where's that at now?
Well, another good example is The Dark Knight.
Yeah, oh god.
Joker has his own.
Yep.
Like, whenever that, I don't know what instrument it was.
It's almost like violin.
I don't even know if it was a violin, but it was like this screech that just prolonged. It was every time he wanted to know how I got these scars.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Like I really love those, and I
Joker's had a great theme twice.
Yeah.
With the Joker movie too. That's also a great score.
I miss.
We are talking about Suicide Squad, right?
Of course, Suicide Squad had an incredible score. Generic. Oh, just throw some Rolling Stone in there. It'll work. Does it make sense to the scene? Nah, no, just do it. Just do it.
It's like a nice slow romance scene. It's like playing Back in Black. That's the equivalent.
Yeah, it's that bad. But I miss great movie scores. There's plenty. There Will Be Blood has an incredible score.
Yeah.
With never watched it. 0 out of 10.
Yep, that's one of our movies this week. So thanks for not watching it.
Oh.
Yeah, but you only had 2 weeks to watch it. But all right.
I completely forgot.
Yep. But There Will Be Blood has a great score. Poster Glove has a great score.
Yep.
Beyond the Black Rainbow has a great score.
Oh my.
Beyond the Black Rainbow score is awesome. It's very synth.
Yeah.
It's very 70s. So I'm with you. I miss great scores. Like Dunkirk. I remember I listened to that score after seeing that movie so many times. I freaking loved it. Joker's score, we listened to it on the way to Lexington. Heck, even the Kentucky band, or was it Tennessee band, that started playing Call Me Joker.
Yeah.
They started playing Call Me Joker from the Joker film.
I will say this. let's go ahead and give us this. Like, let's have like kind of like this little like this subtopic here of scores versus soundtracks.
That's a good one.
Like, what would you prefer? Would you prefer a movie have like a great original score,
original score,
or a great soundtrack?
Great original score, because I believe it's hard. It's a hard question because like Martin Scorsese, for instance, like with some of his films, the soundtrack is more interesting because the music fits so well with the monster scene. But with other films like character studies, I prefer like a great score. Like horror, I prefer like a great score. Like Hereditary has a great score.
Oh yeah,
and it makes you feel the emotion of the scene. Like for instance, like Silent Hill 2. I know it's a game, but it has a great score, and it fits the way you feel about the characters, and it sets a tone.
Right.
Speaking of video game scores, I love Jak and Daxter's. Jak 2, it actually has
that actually has a really good score.
It has an interactive one. Whenever you like say you're just like standing still, it's nice and quiet, and then whenever you pull out your gun, it gets a bit more high tension, and depending on what gun you pull out, it's either like whenever you pull out the stopping power gun that's slower to shoot, it's more of a slow, intense. Whenever you pull out the minigun, it's real fast and erratic.
Yeah.
And whenever you bring out the nuclear gun, it's just all out chaos.
Spider-Man PS4 did that. Where if you're standing still in Spider-Man PS4, no music plays. The minute you start swinging, you hear that awesome tune.
Another great score, actually. I've been playing the first Sly Cooper game this week, and each like area you go to, because you played the Sly Cooper game, right? Each area you go to has like
I ain't played them forever, but I played them.
Every area, like every location you go to, has a like unique score to it.
Is that the one where you play as a raccoon?
Yes.
Okay. Yep, I played it.
That's the Lord of the Rings sort-esque deal there. That's the way the Lord of the Rings score is when they go to a different place, or depending on where they're at.
Yeah.
Music plays.
Because whenever you're like you go on the first level, which is the pirate themed level, I guess, where like he's going to like this little like I guess cove or island off the coast of Wales or something.
Are you talking about the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like this kind of like appropriate music to it. Then when you go to like in like this boomtown city in Nevada, it's got more like a country rock style to it.
I also think juxtapositions of scores can be great too. Like I remember Midsummer, the ending of that film had this like very happy and like great score. Like like a burden's been lifted from the main character, and what you're watching on screen is someone being burned alive. But and it's like horrifying.
Such a happy movie.
Yeah, but like the main character, the girl, is like liberated, and it plays like this happy like score, and it I don't know. Movie scores is a great topic because you don't see many of them nowadays. You see them in a lot of indie movies now, but as for like mainstream films, you don't really see a lot of great scores, unfortunately. And I wish that's something that be brought back because, like you said, T2 had a great score.
Yeah.
A lot of great. Star Wars had an iconic theme.
Yep.
That's been run into the ground now. But yeah, I agree. I wish great movie scores were back. Nolan has great ones.
Yeah, Nolan's movies always have really great scores.
Him and Hans Zimmer create magic.
Yeah.
Blade Runner 2049 had great ones.
God, it did.
Yeah, Blade Runner 2049 is amazing. I want to ask this, I guess, with it. Do you think dubstep has any influence on great movie scores nowadays?
I would say... I thought about this a while back, about a week and a half ago. Whenever you said that, you told me one time you think that dubstep has really influenced these other...
great movie scores.
These great, like Hans Zimmer, or these amazing, what do you call them? Composers, I guess you call them. I would say actually no.
You wouldn't?
I would say that not the sound, maybe.
That's what I mean.
But they're using the same beat they would normally.
Yes, I would agree. But they're using like the electronic type of music now.
Yeah. So I would still say no to that. But
okay.
Just because they're only using the sound, it's not changing how they make music. It's just changing the way.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like they turn a different switch on. That's about all they're doing. That's just me.
I guess they. Dubstep. I know it's weird to like say dubstep pioneered anything, but I really do think dubstep actually like changed movie scores in the way that people actually approach it now. Like these composers go about approaching it. Like they might have the same tune that they always stick to, or something like that, or like the way they write it. But as for like the movie score's intensity.
I would also say that dubstep is nothing new. They've been using that since the early 90s.
Yeah.
Like, you look at Brain the drummer.
Mm-hmm.
He's been using that. He's been rocking out since the
But
early
not really
90s.
movie scores.
No, not movies. Not for movies.
Yeah.
But I would just say the music itself is...
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing revolutionary, but I do think they had some effect on it.
Well, yeah, it's
To a
definitely had
degree.
an effect, but I don't think it's like revolutionized the way that these people are composing their music.
Okay. What do you think?
I don't really have an opinion on it, just because I don't really listen to a lot of dubstep, and
I don't either, but I liked them back then whenever they first came out.
yeah, I think the thing is the fact that there may be some like connection between the rise of dubstep and the use of like electronic.
Mm-hmm. Like Blade Runner 2049 has a ton.
Oh yeah,
Well, if it fits it.
Yeah, it fits it. Yeah.
yeah,
But even Dunkirk has a ton. It's just something Hans Zimmer loves to do now.
yeah.
Whereas you listen to a lot of his older scores, they don't have none of that. Whereas more modern scores do.
It still behooves me that he made the Modern Warfare 2 like Call of Duty game score.
Really?
Hans Zimmer
Really?
did, yeah.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, he did. That still very much surprised me whenever I learned
Really?
that. Mm-hmm.
Is it good?
Hell yeah, it's good.
Hmm.
I'll put a clip of it in the thing just to let people listen to
His
it.
worst score by far is The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh,
Never watched it, never want to.
Oh my god. That might be one of my movie picks.
No.
It's as bad as you think it is. It's incompetent. It is it makes Suicide Squad look like a masterpiece.
Oh no.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is horrendous.
What's his face is doing the second Suicide Squad, and you know what?
I am excited for that.
Do you know
James
what
Gunn.
the name of the second Suicide Squad is?
The Suicide Squad, I think the
Yeah,
name.
they added the into it.
Yeah. I am excited for it just because of James Gunn. But yeah, what's the next topic?
Next topic, it's your all's turn.
Okay,
And
well,
I'll go.
I'll
again.
go.
I'll go again when I choose to.
all right. Underrated video games. What do y'all think is a very underrated video game that no one really talks about?
Brian's got a good one for you. I'm not going to steal his. I already know what he's going to say. Sly Cooper.
I wouldn't say that. I think Sly Cooper is.
I think it's well known.
Yeah, it's relatively
Oh,
popular.
okay.
Like a game that was hated by critics, but like you adore.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
Do you have one off the top of your head? So
I
I
do.
can think
Go
for
ahead.
a second.
Watch Dogs.
No.
Yep, sure
No.
do. I like the first Watch Dogs.
That game's awful.
That game's
I
awesome.
hate it.
I love it.
I was so hot for that game, dude.
Look. Ubisoft did themselves a disservice by the way they market it. First off, because they're like, oh, look at them graphics, that look good, and then it didn't look like that at all.
No, it looked awful.
It didn't look awful. It just don't look as good as they present at E3. I mean, it still looks like a good game. I guess I like Watch Dogs just because of the hacking stuff. I don't know. It's pretty fun.
Let me guess. Aiden Pierce is your favorite.
Oh no, he's a horrible character.
Wait a minute.
Aiden Pierce is
I just
terrible.
realized something.
Aiden Pierce is a terrible character.
I just realized something. I hate the game so much, but I still remember the main character's name.
Mm-hmm.
I had a poster of him, man. I had a poster. I was ready.
He's a terrible character. Aiden Pierce is an awful character, but and really the story in Watch Dogs 1, it has like good moments, but overall it's pretty bad. But I would say that Watch Dogs 1, you don't really play it for that. You play it to hijack the traffic lights, watch 50,000 cars crash into each other, and then throw a bomb, and then shoot it, and watch it explode, and become a menace to society. You don't play it for the story.
You turn into a domestic terrorist beyond all means.
And then they're like, oh, the vigilante's not in good standing with the people. Well, of course he's not.
He just murdered 50 people.
Yeah.
They're taking their kids to school.
He's a monster. But I actually kind of like Watch Dogs. The second one's terrible. I played it and it was pretty bad. But the first one's actually a lot of fun, I think. I think it's kind of underrated. I don't think it's a masterpiece or nothing, but I think it's not like a 2 out of 10 like people said it was. You know, it's got awesome stuff in it. Plus, there's a way you can play the game that a lot of people, I guess, chose not to because it's easier to play stealth. You can play the game like John Wick. It's actually a style I found on someone was playing on YouTube. I seen this video of like John Wick Watch Dogs edition. I was like, I'm gonna try to play it like that. It is so much funner. We can throw bombs and go into slow motion, shoot the bomb, then beat somebody with a baton stick. It's insanity if you play it that way.
I want a John Wick game now.
Mm-hmm. Sleeping Dogs.
There you go.
That's an underrated one.
That is a very underrated game.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sleeping Dogs is definitely a John Wick game.
Yeah. You go kicking the crap out of Asians. That's all you do the entire game.
That you're like an undercover cop and you're putting people in your trunk of your car and driving it into the water.
You're an awful human being, but they're like, you're our only hope.
Yeah, I kind of realized I play games like the story says one thing and I play it the other way.
Oh yeah.
Like the story's like, oh, Wei Shin, what an honorable cop. He really cares about the people. Then I'm throwing people in a freaking into a freaking blender. Which you can do.
You shove their head in a meat grinder.
Or you can put like put people's faces to like sawmills. It's hilarious. It's so stupid.
The game's amazing.
It is awesome. I love that game. But what would be your underrated game there, Jacob?
I would actually...
A game that critics did not love, but you love.
No Man's Sky.
I've heard No Man's Sky is awesome now.
It is awesome.
Yep. When it came out, it was a disaster.
Yeah, I hated it when it first came out. But I will say that the game studio over it, sadly, is probably going to be blacklisted for a long time because of it, even though...
Like, they did straight up lie to everybody.
No, actually, they didn't.
Yes, they did at first.
No.
I'm not talking about the state of the game it's in now.
No, they didn't.
But whenever it first came out, it was a total lie.
No.
Yeah, it was. They said it was going to be all these things, and it wasn't at all.
The only thing that they really lied about was the multiplayer.
They also lied about the worlds, though. Like the worlds having all these life on it.
They did lie.
They showed a trailer of like all this life on this planet. None of that was to be seen until later on.
Here's the thing. With that, they didn't have a good PR strategy.
No. Look.
They're a 15-man.
That's what I'm saying. They lied. I'm not talking about the quality of the game or anything like that. I'm just saying they did lie.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But here's what happened though. So they, at the time that they were making the game, before Sony even came to them, they said that they were going to put all this stuff into it, and they put out their trailer before Sony even gave them a deal.
Yeah.
So the way that they were taking the game, they were going to be able to have all this stuff, but they were a little 15-man indie studio, and after they said that they were going to put it in, they realized, oh crap, this conflicts with this, and we're going to have to fix this. So they even asked Sony to like give them another year to put the game out. They weren't going to let them. They gave them another 6 weeks.
Yeah.
That's why there were so many lies, because Sony had pushed them so quickly to put it out. They were planning on putting it all in, but Sony wouldn't let them.
It's something similar that happened with Anthem then. Because have you heard the backstory on Anthem?
I have not.
Anthem, you know about Anthem.
I know what Anthem is.
Yeah.
Absolute disaster.
Well, apparently, what happened was EA rushed that to the crap with the studio making it, because the studio that was making it, they were working on it, and EA started removing people from their studio to help on other games. And Anthem's already so ambitious. And they only had 16 months to do it. Well, they started off with 7 years, but they kind of dicked around, didn't do anything for 5 years. So whenever it came time to actually make it, they had a vision, they had a plan, but EA made them build it in the Frostbite engine, which is the same thing Madden's built on.
It's the same thing that Battlefield's built on. I think.
It was built for Battlefield, I think, and then EA was like, every game has to use it, and it don't work. So that's kind of a sad story, but yeah, I guess it's similar to that. No
Man's Sky and Hello Games, the people that made it, it's a very good underdog story. I thought it was the same thing. I thought it was a lying, thieving. Thought they were going to take what they had done. Whenever they put the game out and got all these death threats and bomb threats, they
took the criticism well. I'll say, I give the people that made No Man's Sky credit.
Sean Murray.
They listened to the criticism. They fixed the game.
Sean Murray actually, he told everybody, do not reply to anybody on social media. Do not put anything out. We're going to go to work. And he said it. He told them. He made sure that all the complaints were redirected to his personal computer so that he could look through all of them himself.
Yeah.
And they just spent 10 months. Everybody was like, "Oh, they just took the money and ran, these absolute idiots."
These assholes.
These assholes. Yep. And they put out this
gigantic
update, and everyone's like, what?
I would have actually liked to see that. How many stupid comments he had to look through? I hope he burns in a fire.
Oh,
it's this ain't constructive at all.
The Hello Games Twitter got hacked a week after No Man's Sky came out because it didn't have two-factor authentication on it. And the dude put out all this No Man's Sky was a mistake and just endlessly trashed the game in the comments. And Sean Murray got it back and he's like, yeah, I didn't put any of that out. We just got hacked.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a really good underdog story.
I was gonna say my underrated game was gonna be Mad Max, but I feel like that game's too much of like that game. It's underrated, but everybody likes that game.
Yeah.
Like, people that have actually played that game think it's awesome.
See, I was thinking about saying Divinity Original Sin 2. Mm-hmm. Not many people really know about it outside of the PC world. Mm-hmm. But
people do like it.
Everyone loves it. It's got 98% positive. Mm-hmm. It's
universally
loved.
But Watch Dogs, that game was hated on bad.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't find it fun.
I think it's awesome. I think if you play it a certain way, it's awesome.
I played it for 10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's how long I played it. I had fun for 2 of those hours, and after that I was bored.
Okay. What's your underrated game?
Mr. Quiet.
Oh, man. I've been thinking really hard. That's why I've been quiet, because I've been trying to really think. I haven't heard a word you two have said, actually. But, no, I'm kidding.
We talked about the greatest game ever, Watch Dogs.
I'm kidding, but I got a few games at the top of my head. One that I did think of that I actually liked when I first played, but I haven't played it since my first playthrough of it, was the Devil May Cry remake that came out in the early 2010s. I remember liking that game when I first played it, but that was the first Devil May Cry game I ever played.
Yeah.
You know, I knew it was a remake or something, but I hadn't played the previous games.
Mm-hmm. Silent Hill 2. That's a good underrated game.
Yeah,
nobody knows about it.
I've never heard of that one in my life.
Another game that nobody seems to know about, and it didn't seem to get. And I wonder, do you remember this game? I think it was called Kingdoms of Amalur: The Reckoning, or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
you remember that game?
Yeah.
I enjoyed that game when I played it. It was pretty much like
that was made by the lead developer of Oblivion.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Scrolls 4. Yeah. The game got decent reviews.
I thought Todd Howard was over Oblivion.
No, he's the producer.
Oh, Lord Howard did.
Well, he's like the executive game designer. Mm-hmm. So like
No, Lord Howard does everything.
He's not the lead developer though.
Lord Howard does everything.
Yeah. Country roads, take me home.
Tell me lies.
Tell me sweet little lies.
I'll tell you a game I think is underrated, gets too much hate. I mean, Fallout 76 was pretty fun.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, I have another
If someone says Fallout 76, it means that I'll kill them.
I have another one. Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Never played it.
It is an amazing game. It got mixed reviews when it came out, but if you want a medieval simulator that is actually really fun, that's the game. It is amazing.
There were things I liked about that game, but I got out of it. Lost me pretty quick.
I put like 60-something hours into that game.
If there was this is actually a perfect topic, because we were just now talking about a game that I think is very underrated. I've recently played, Days Gone.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm sorry, people, but I think Days Gone is freaking awesome. I think it's awesome to take on 400 zombies at one time.
This has become the video game podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, son.
But I'll tell you this is a good segue, though.
Don't you dare segue this conversation, Brian.
What do you got?
Let's talk about adaptation. From video games to movies, or books to movies. So
okay. What's the appropriate way to do them? Is that what it was?
Yeah, like, well, what would you guys say is the best way to do them?
Do whatever the hell you want, just make it great.
Stick to the source, but also do some original stuff to make it interesting.
I would say...
Like, keep it original from the source, like, be respectful in the original.
Don't retell the same story that the original source.
But
if they were to make a Silent Hill film, like a great Silent Hill film, I wouldn't want them to retell the story of Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, unless they were going to do it in a different way. That could be pretty cool.
And there's 2 reasons why I'm actually completely for that. I completely agree with that. 1, that story's already been done.
And it's great.
Yeah, it's great. It's already been done. And 2, you can't do that kind of story with film. You can't do a video game story with film. You just can't.
Yeah, because that story really relies, like people say all the time with Silent Hill 2, the voice acting, that voice acting bad.
It's supposed to be.
It's purposeful. That's the point. Because it actually is great in segments.
It's supposed to seem
from
out
the same
of the
actors.
world.
Yes, it's supposed to seem like surreal, like a David Lynch film. So I would say that, there's no need to really do remakes. I mean, like you could, I guess, like with Adam Sandler as the main character. I'm not even kidding here. I actually think Adam Sandler would make a good everyman in a Silent Hill film. Like, if you were to make a Silent Hill film... See, I think the one that...
I'd like to see his character from Punch Drunk Love go into Silent
Hill. Yes!
No,
I really would! I'm not even joking. Yes. I'm not even saying that's funny. Like, that's a great idea.
Think about this.
Imagine the monsters his mind would come up with.
I love surreal stuff. Like for some reason over the past few years, I have fallen in love with abstracticism. I don't know.
Abstract. That's usually the word I just use.
Abstract and surreal. I love it. Could you imagine this? A Silent Hill where all the main characters except for like the protagonist is like a different version of Adam Sandler. No, for real. This could be terrifying. Like if you bring up because Adam Sandler, he can act in a bunch of different ways. He's a great actor.
Yeah. A lot of people would disagree, but they have not
you
also
can bring
seen his
up
great stuff.
Like one of them's like maybe like a Jack and Jill-esque character. And then but then you have like Happy Gilmore come up to him.
This would be a dark,
like this foggy.
See, this would be a dark comedy version of Silent Hill, but I think it would be funny.
And then like you have Happy Gilmore-esque character coming up from like another side and be like, "Hey, you're the same person from before." He's like, "No, I'm not." And like they're all trying to plot together to kill the guy.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. You make it a film critic. A film critic going through Silent Hill, and that's what it is. That could be an amazing dark comedy.
That'd be hilarious.
I kind of want to see this.
I actually would.
That could
like
be
you'd
amazing.
have you'd have like good versions of Adam Sandler, which is like the ones from Uncut Gem.
Uncut Gems, that's my
him,
boy. Grown Ups.
No, like the good version of Adam Sandler.
The
film critic would be like the only good versions of Adam Sandler are Punch Drunk Love and Myriad Stories and
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
And those are the ones that end up killing him in the end.
Well, them are the most psychotic characters. Well, not Myriad Stories, but...
And it could be like a story about like a film critic getting too deep into his work. Like he's like too obsessed with movies and he's gone to like Silent Hill and the ones that he loves the most or the ones that he connects with, they end up killing him.
I mean, I wouldn't have it actually be like...
It'd have to mean something.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it actually be like Adam Sandler's characters, but like a play on the characters that he's played before. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You can't make it the actual character.
Yeah, it's almost like a funny parody almost, but in a dark way.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
If I were to do a Silent Hill film, though, I guess I would like try to redo Shattered Memories because I think Shattered Memories has a phenomenal story, but has like stupid gameplay segments, and I feel like that'd be the one that you would adapt in the most interesting way.
Yeah, because I'll never forget. Like I'll be honest, one of the most memorable theater experiences I ever had with you was Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah. And
I'm thinking...
We had a ton of fun watching that movie.
That movie is hilarious.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
It has awesome parts, though. That's the weird part about it.
The guy's the chicken.
Yeah. That's one of the dumbest.
I remember... I told you this after... immediately after that scene. I leaned over
what the hell's going on?
No, I said to you... That line was so good. They were so proud of it. They had to do it twice. Yep.
It's so good.
That's the dumb part about the movie is like it has like them dumb segments, but it also has like these awesome segments in the past.
Another way that you can do an amazing game to film, and because Warcraft did it, in my opinion, people canned Warcraft pretty hard, but here's the thing: it stuck true to the source, and it condensed a gigantic lore into a good 2.5 hour long movie that is comprehensible for like the average Joe.
Yeah, I didn't think Warcraft was a disaster. Or
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I gave it a good 7 out of 10.
I wasn't interested in it,
but really. It wasn't a disaster.
No,
it wasn't a.
I thought it was an enjoyable.
I will say that movie is 10 times better than Assassin's Creed.
Okay,
it's an enjoyable movie that sticks true.
It's
to
more
the source
coherent
and tells a good story.
But to me, like the most insane part of Assassin's Creed was when he started singing.
Oh God!
I'm crazy for loving you.
Yeah, that was funny.
Who was it that played in that movie again?
Michael Fassbender.
Fassbender. That's it.
Michael Fassbender, and you had Maria Cotillard playing the lady, and Jeremy. Like you had this A-list cast.
Yes.
You had Jeremy Irons as like the main bad guy, and you did that with it. And you had a great director.
I also think the biggest problem with video game to movie adaptations is you have 2 studios breathing down its neck.
That is true.
Oh, that is a good point.
Because you have one studio, it's like...
take an indie development game. Like, take Firewatch. You can make a movie out of Firewatch, and it'd be awesome. And I would highly doubt an indie development studio would be breathing down the actual director. Well, they'd probably be breathing down the movie studio, being like, no, that's not how we're doing this.
Yeah, let the director do what he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah. You also had... Well, that's why it kind of surprises me. Silent Hill... Weirdly enough, I think it's the first Silent Hill film is actually the best video game adaptation. Like, I think the first Silent Hill movie is awesome.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't watched it. We should watch that.
It might be one of my picks because I think it's actually a pretty good movie.
Okay, so let's go from video games to books to movies.
Okay.
Name a book to movie that you guys love. Like
Lord of the Rings.
Gone Girl. Fight Club. There's a ton.
Yeah, there are a ton. Most of them are by either
David
Fincher, and I think Martin Scorsese's done a few too.
And hell, what's his name's done? I don't think Martin Scorsese.
No, Martin Scorsese does like.
I'd say Kubrick.
Inspired by true events. Kubrick did a lot of movies. Yes, based on books.
There Will Be Blood's apparently based on a book.
Yeah, it is.
But apparently they didn't like Paul Thomas Anderson. Here's why I say you can do anything with the adaptation; it don't even matter. Because There Will Be Blood's based off a book, and Paul Thomas Anderson basically did nothing from the book.
Yeah.
So I always say you can just do whatever the hell you want.
Lord of the Rings is pretty much a word for word from the book, besides like a few minor details and one major detail.
Yeah.
So I mean, and it's one of the greatest movies ever made. Mm-hmm. So.
But I think the biggest thing about adaptation that has to be remembered is it's not your original work that's being made if you're a filmmaker doing an adaptation. It is somebody else's original work.
True, but I would argue though that once it becomes a film, it is the filmmaker's work. Like There Will Be Blood, the film will always be remembered as a PTA film, not the person who wrote the book.
Right.
And also, the book has nothing to do with the movie. PTA just did whatever the hell he wanted.
Right.
So I say that you can do whatever you want as long as you make it good and as long as you don't disrespect the previous writer. And what I mean by disrespect is make a piece of shit.
Yeah, make it bad.
Yeah.
That is the worst thing you could do.
Yeah.
Like, I mean...
Like, if you make something great and you draw attention to a book and the book's totally different, then guess what? Someone else gets introduced to something else great.
Yeah.
That's different and will surprise them. So... Yeah. I guess that's my thought on it. You can just do whatever you want as long as you put heart and passion into it and make it great.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, another topic. What do we got?
Let's see here. My next topic was overrated movies. What movies do you find overrated?
You got one. Go ahead.
I got one?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because you made this topic. I get the feeling that you made this topic with a movie in mind.
Yeah, probably.
Go ahead.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, okay. I kind of agree.
Yeah, Forrest Gump is very overrated. I would say that... because I was originally going to say John Wick for some reason. But then I changed my mind because I was like, look, John Wick does what... It sets out to do what it tries to do.
Yeah, totally.
I'm not going to say it's as good as some other action films like The Raid or O-Dog or even Daredevil, I think, has better action
That movie is amazing.
Not the movie. But I would say that John Wick does set out to accomplish what it tries to do. But movies like... And it actually has like intent and people cared about what they were making. Forrest Gump just feels like a studio film.
Okay.
With no passion behind it. Or you have other films too, I guess... I would honestly say, I know it's going to sound weird, but Full Metal Jacket, I think it's a little overrated.
Really?
I love Kubrick.
I think it's overrated in the sense that seems to be Kubrick's most well-known film.
Yes.
And he has made
better films.
Many, many better films.
Mm-hmm. Name one.
Clockwork Orange.
The Shining. 2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Barry Milton.
Doctor
Strangelove.
I like Full Metal better than Clockwork Orange.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
I do. Clockwork Orange I thought was really good.
I do think you'd love Doctor Strangelove.
Not watched that.
It's a parody of the Cold War.
Really?
Yeah, it's almost like a Kubrick slapstick comedy.
That sounds interesting.
It's incredible.
Wow. Okay. But I think my problem with Forrest Gump that I have, it mainly comes to the fact that I've just seen it too many times. Mm-hmm. I have seen that movie way too many times. I can't watch it again.
We watched it 5 times in a row at the beach one year.
I can never watch that movie again. Mm-hmm. And you know me, I am the kind of guy that will watch the same thing over and over again and never get tired of it. Mm-hmm. I'm tired of Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
I can't watch Forrest Gump anymore.
310 to Yuma, I think, is a movie that I think is a little overrated.
Really? I've actually heard it's really good. I haven't seen it yet.
It's good. I don't know. Maybe I watched it too many times.
Yeah.
But then I think I can watch Fight Club 100 times and think it's great.
Right.
I can watch all these other films like There Will Be Blood and think
I've got a few overrated movies.
What?
Go ahead. All right, here we go. It's a list. Anything that Marvel's ever made ever. I think that Jack and Jill's overrated. It should have gotten more hate. It should have gotten more hate.
Okay.
That's the problem with it.
That's true.
Then we've got Avatar. Then we've got
Avatar's very overrated.
Avatar's a good
That's
one.
a great one.
Then we have Titanic.
Yes.
Titanic insanely overrated.
Yep.
Basic love story, but there's a sinking boat. That's the only difference.
Like the last hour's cool.
Yeah.
You have to sit through 2 hours.
Oh, the band. I was more connected with that band than I was with Leonardo da Vinci the entire time. And then we've got another one up in here. Have y'all ever heard of a small time movie? What's the name of it? Oh yeah, Infinity War. Insanely overrated.
I liked Infinity War.
No, I'm sorry, Endgame.
I thought Endgame was awesome.
No, they should have ended it at Infinity War. Infinity War was great.
You just say that because you wanted Thanos to win.
Yeah.
I did, actually.
I think Endgame's pretty cool.
I wanted the superheroes to lose for once.
Well, I mean, Iron Man dies.
But still is a victory.
But he dies.
Still a victory.
At what cost?
At what cost? How about half the universe?
His death?
Half the universe!
I would say Endgame's pretty good.
Okay, let me think of another one.
Guardians of the Galaxy's pretty good.
I can come up with another one. Right here. Give me a second. Oh, yeah. Shit. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Okay.
I think it's
I like that movie.
I love the movie. Love it. But I do not think it's the greatest Western movie of all time. Like, it's claimed that the title, every time Westerns come up, I always hear Good, Bad, and the Ugly. I'm like, it's not the quintessential Western.
I think Unforgiven's the best Western.
You know.
My favorite's Tombstone.
I like Josie Wales.
Josie Wales is a good movie.
Outlaw Josie Wales is awesome. It's semi-original. I liked it. But I think the quintessential Western movies for anybody wanting to get into Westerns is the Trinity Trilogy.
Yeah.
The Trinity Trilogy is amazing. It's a huge parody, and it's an entire universe.
Well, what are we talking about here in a minute?
Yeah, okay.
It's a great.
I'll wait.
It honestly is very. I read critics hated it too, and
critics did hate it. They didn't know what it was.
Yeah, like a lot of critics like this is stupid. It's like
this isn't a Western. This is a comedy.
It's like that's the point.
Yeah, it's making fun of these.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I'll wait to discuss.
I got one, and you guys are gonna hate me for this.
Go ahead.
A movie. Now listen, I'm not saying that I don't like this movie.
You're gonna say Joker.
No, I do like this movie. It's not Joker, but it's kind of like this is kind of like Full Metal Jacket to you. Mm-hmm. I think Spaceballs is overrated.
Okay, I mean I'm not. Why would I get mad over that?
I know he was going to. Jacob's going to because he loves that movie.
I think it's a good movie, but
I know where you sleep.
Listen, I would rather watch Young Frankenstein or Blazing Saddles over Spaceballs any day of the week. I'm sorry, Jake.
Blazing Saddles is one of the greatest films ever made.
If Brian ends up dying in some Freddy Krueger-esque fashion, rule it as a suicide.
I don't have much of it. I think it's an average movie.
I think it's fine. That's what I'm saying. I think it's fine.
I wouldn't hate you for that. I was
thinking about Jake because Jake loves that movie.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time, Brian.
Really?
Yeah, I love that movie. It's amazing. I love the dancing alien when it jumps out of the dude's chest. He was actually an alien. And he starts singing, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey."
But this is an interesting topic because these are pretty much like because all the movies I think we're talking about, they are, I guess in the best word, they're meant to appeal to everybody.
Yeah.
These are the kind of movies that, they're meant to have like that, that.
What movies?
The movies that we're talking.
Like even movies that you don't like, you wouldn't even put on this list. Like Under the Skin.
Yeah.
Because Under the Skin, it don't appeal to everybody, and it does have a place amongst people. But these films that we're talking about here, it feels like these films are pretty much created for just mass market produced.
They don't do anything
daring or new.
Yes,
like,
and I do agree with that.
Yeah, they're like you've seen it.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing interesting there.
How about, like, all these terrible, terrible movies that they make? I feel like all of those are overrated. They should have gotten more hate. Like, for real. Like Avatar The Last Airbender. Like Dragon Ball Evolution.
Dragon Ball...
I think Dragon Ball Evolution got just the right amount of hate.
Yeah, I think Dragon Ball Evolution was absolutely destroyed. I mean, nuked on.
I cracked up the first time we watched it. Brian was like, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I was 12.
Every time we watch a movie like that, though, Brian's always like, yeah, it's pretty good at first. And then, like, give it a few months or weeks, and he's like, that movie was the absolute definition of AIDS.
He reflects on it. He's like, what was I thinking?
He's like, I'd rather huff AIDS.
I was like, I couldn't bring myself to say that it's bad because I love the source material so much. I couldn't bring myself.
I did that with Suicide Squad the first time I watched it.
We all did. We all did.
And then we rewatched it, we're like,
oh my God!
I quit watching it within 20 minutes of the second time.
Yeah, I did too! I was like, this is terrible!
This is the worst thing I've ever
like,
seen.
if we were going to show, like, a friend of ours that had never seen this movie.
Did we, like, drop a bunch of ketamine before we went in and didn't know?
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
We must have.
I think we're all attracted by Margot Robbie.
Oh my God.
I think we didn't care about the movie at all. We were just like, Margot Robbie's hot.
I thought Will Smith was cool. I thought Deadshot was cool. And I look back, Deadshot is lame.
Yeah, he's the worst character. He's one of the worst characters.
Hey, have you ever looked up...
El Diablo was like the one character in the movie. It's like, okay, he's alright.
Have you ever compared Margot Robbie's look to the Joe Dirt's girlfriend?
No.
1 minute, I'll show you.
Do they look similar?
They look exactly the same.
Really?
I'm not kidding.
Okay.
1 minute.
Hey, Joe Dirt's an underrated movie.
It is not.
It is an underrated movie. I love it.
It is not. Joe Dirt is garbage.
I think Joe Dirt's awesome.
What? Who played Joe Dirt's
It rubs the
girlfriend?
lotion on.
Jamie something.
It rubs lotion on the skin.
Jamie something. I'm trying to think of her name.
I want my Auto Trader.
Do, 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 do. Oh no, it wasn't Joe Dirt's girlfriend. Who was it? It was Jamie something.
I think I know who you're talking about. Was it like his sister? Or like
the chick at the carnival.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's her.
Yeah.
It looks exactly like.
It kind of does. I can see
Jamie
her.
Presley.
Yeah.
Check her out. It's.
Is she? Yes.
It looks.
Oh my god.
It looks just like.
It
her.
looks like an older version of Margot Robbie.
Wow.
Yeah.
They look identical.
I'm fairly sure that isn't that Elvis Presley's daughter or something.
I'm not sure. Is it?
I'm looking this up. No, it wasn't. A dude named James Presley. It must have been Elvis Presley's unpopular cousin.
Similar.
It's It's Elvis Presley's unpopular.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
Next topic.
All right. Best acting in a bad movie.
Best acting in a bad movie. Do you got one?
Well, I want to hear y'all's first.
Best acting in a bad movie. Jake, do you got one? Because I need to think about this one for a little bit.
Best acting in a bad movie.
Like, what's a bad movie?
Because I remember first seeing this last week, and I mean, like, I don't know.
Let me think. I've got one. I just can't think of it. Oh yeah, I do. Chris Farley in Beverly Hills Ninja.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would totally agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just look at any of Chris Farley's movies. The movies are all pretty bad.
Yeah.
Except for like a select few.
Mm-hmm.
But he always makes the movie.
Yeah.
Like, you watch it for Chris.
I would say Adam Sandler and Click.
Adam Sandler and
yes.
Click, that's a really
That's
good
actually a good one. Adam Sandler.
You look at any of the Saturday Night Live, like, 90s crew, and you're like, all their movies, they're amazing actors in them, sometimes.
Yeah. I know some Adam Sandler's completely atrocious.
Jack and Jill.
Yeah. He just doesn't care.
That movie needs to be lit on fire.
Yeah. But I would say Adam Sandler and Click is definitely one.
What about Norm Macdonald in Dirty Work? He's good in Dirty Work. Which I love Norm Macdonald. I'm a huge Norm Macdonald fan.
Which another movie Chris Farley is in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Taiwan hooker bit my nose off.
I'm trying to think.
That's that Taiwan whore. It bit my nose off. It was amazing.
I was almost going to say Step Bros, but I think Step Bros is actually a good movie.
It's an amazing movie.
Yeah, I think Step Bros is like one of the most quotable films ever made.
It's the F and Catalina wine mixer. He goes,
He's going to bite your dick off like Kobayashi.
There's something about your face. I really want to punch it.
I just really want to punch it.
He goes, you have to do something about it. He's like, I'll take it. I'll take that information and do what I can with it.
Is there anything I can do? No, it's just your face. Is it something like a personality-wise thing? No, nope, it's just your face.
The dad's the best part of the movie, though.
Oh, God, yes. Because that whole arc is just demoralizing. Because he's 100% right in everything.
And at the end, he just gives up.
I
love the part where he's like, you need to follow your dreams. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a dinosaur.
Dad, that's not physically possible.
He's like, I would just roll my arms up.
He goes, and finally my dad
go roar.
My dad finally said,
Grow up.
You're 22 years old, stop.
You can't be a dinosaur. Boats and hoes.
My woman hasn't even watched that movie. I cannot wait to show it to her.
Really?
For real.
Really?
You'll get a kick out of it.
Yeah, I think Step Bros is amazing.
At
the job interview.
The end of the movie, the therapist's like, you know this is fucked, right? Like, yeah, we know. But by God, he can really pull off that hat, can't he?
He wears the shit out of that pirate hat. It's amazing.
It's such a good movie.
The job interview part's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Is your name Pam? Is your name Pan or Pam? It's Pam with an M. Shut your face. Shut your face. You all wore tuxedos to a job interview. Get out. Yeah, but Yeah, I don't know why I was about to say Step Brothers, but Step Brothers is awesome.
It's too good.
Yeah, Step Brothers is one of the so quotable.
That's a modern day classic.
We said
comedy.
so many lines from that movie just now.
And that's not even like a quarter of them. They're all just so good.
That'd go under more underrated, as in that's not appreciated enough as a great comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think Step Brothers is freaking hilarious.
What are you doing? I'm burying you. Die, zombie!
Or like whenever that guy... When that guy brings, whenever Brandon's brother brings people to go view the house, they like the KKK or whatever. They're like, stand outside the door! How you doing, neighbor? Or he's dead! He's been dead for days!
It's the asbestos! It's terrible! Oh, would you please get out? He just died last night!
Yeah, yeah, I don't know why I was about to say Step Brothers. Step Brothers is great.
Did we just become best friends?
Yeah. Can we build bunk beds? You're 42 years old. You can do whatever you want.
Dad, can we build bunk beds?
But I actually completely to get off this train real quick before this just becomes
Step Brothers the episode.
Yeah. But I actually 100% agree with Adam Sandler on Click, because I actually think that is probably one of his best performances in Click. It just because of like. I don't know where he got that acting from.
Yeah.
Because it is.
That was after Punch.
You know what would have been really cool for Click? Like, you all said it's a cop-out ending. Imagine, like, a Silent Hill-esque ending to it. That'd be pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like a purgatory thing?
Yeah.
That movie does
like,
maybe
maybe he takes the place of Christopher Walken in, like, the Bed Bath & Beyond.
Okay, Christopher Walken in that movie's horrible.
He is.
I thought he was funny.
He's bad. But... I would say that Adam Sandler and Click, that would be my pick, I guess, because I think
that movie destroyed me as a child.
I'm still trying to think of my pick. Oh my god.
You failed.
I do.
Brian, I'll give you a freebie.
Give me a freebie?
Yeah, I'll give you a freebie.
Well, what's the freebie?
Give me a minute, I'll think of one.
Well, we're trying here. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. He's just stroking his beard at this point. Let's move on. You look like a freaking evil.
If I come up with one, I'll let you guys know.
Okay. One of your topics was bad endings to good movies.
Yes.
Click.
Okay. What's yours?
Hancock.
Hancock? I would say The Dark Knight Rises. Would be a good one.
Yeah.
I think Dark Knight Rises has a lot, like, not the, I don't know about that one, because it, like, the main end is, like, cool. I guess just with the Bruce Wayne survives a nuke.
Yeah.
That was pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Like, he now goes to Italy and lives with Catwoman.
Yeah.
That was kind of dumb. But I guess that was my main pick whenever I thought of it.
Yeah.
What was yours, Hancock?
I think that is a movie that could have been so great.
So much more.
If it just had the guts to stick to what it was doing.
Intending to do.
Because it would have been so ahead of its time.
Yep. It'd been like an Unbreakable situation.
It would have. Like a big budget Unbreakable.
Yeah.
But it just cops out
it does.
At the ending of it.
Because the first half of Hancock's amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a drunken superhero.
Yeah, it wasn't that someone had these powers, but unlike a comic book, they were a total asshole.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. I feel like it's more of a like everything's like gotten to him over the years or something. Isn't that the way the movie sets up? It's been a long time since I've watched Hancock.
It's more of the fact that he's just
irresponsible.
Yeah, he's just irresponsible and bitter.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
I feel like that's something people would do with their powers.
Yeah, because what can you do when it comes to like socializing with people and everything?
Like I went to go take out the trash today. Oh, I flew into space.
Yeah.
It's like, well, there goes them conversational skills.
Yeah, and then you got like the twist of like what's his name's wife being also
Charlize Theron, I think is that who it was?
It might have been.
Yeah, she like turns out to be a superhero herself or something.
Yeah, and that
was dumb.
It got really stupid, really fast.
Doesn't she end up like converting him or something at the end? Like,
well, they all
beating some sense into him or something, and he becomes an actual good guy or something.
Yeah, it was dumb.
Yeah.
It was generic at the end.
There was that
sounds awful.
Yeah, and there was that one guy. the marketer, is that is that what he did as a
At the house.
yeah.
You could have changed
Yeah,
it to just be like he sacrifices himself at the end and he dies, but to show like that humans are still good at heart even if they do have these crazy powers.
Hell, I've just had him be an asshole for 2 hours.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
would
good
have been fine
idea.
too.
Yeah,
That's a good idea too.
I just had him be a dick.
I'm just saying if you want like the happy, slappy, cushy, mushy ending,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you can just do that. Be like, oh, it's still tragic,
Yeah.
you know. Or
Yeah, well, honestly,
studio, hire me.
Give me money.
But yeah, it's just one of those movies that just it had something. It really had something, and it just blew it. Because one of my favorite scenes, and it still makes me laugh, is whenever he throws that bully into the atmosphere,
Yeah.
and he keeps looking up when the guy comes out talking to him. Goes, "I knew you'd show up. I knew you'd show up. We're gonna have to do some great work there." He just keeps looking up, and goes, "Yeah, yeah. Oh, wait, and he and he catches him.
Yep. That's
Just let him land.
I think that's a underrated movie, but boy, it does lose its footing in the third act.
It does.
It falls apart
Like,
quickly.
where the hell does that criminal guy come from? Like,
Yeah.
that bank robber that they want to make the main villain of the movie?
Yeah, that comes out of
When
nowhere.
he shows up an hour in,
Yeah, it was dumb.
it felt like they just...
They're
didn't-
like, we need the formula of a superhero movie at the end.
It got really dumb.
Yeah. I think that movie was directed by Peter Berg, too. He's the same guy who done the Friday Night Lights film, actually.
Oh, really?
Which is weird, because Friday Night Lights...
It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know what happened there, but... A cool concept, fell apart quickly.
Yep.
What was your pick?
I'm gonna go with the TV show,
What is it?
Game of Thrones.
That's actually a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah, because season 7, season 8.
Season 7, I would even say was alright, but season 8, like season 7, the biggest problem with it was like plot armor, and it was heavy, and I hate.
It
plot
felt like
armor.
padding to me.
I hate plot armor, and then season 8 was just atrocious. They were like, the studio's like, hey, we'll give you more time and money. They're like, no, we want to go to Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then look at how that ended up.
I don't even think they're doing it. I don't even think they're doing Star Wars now.
Really?
No.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Should have stuck with the guaranteed pay, you idiots.
Yeah. I guess they were just tired of doing Game of Thrones, and the studio was like, HBO was like, no, you do it now. And they're like, we don't want to do it. And they're like, do it. And they're like, no.
But here's the thing: how many TV shows, very popular TV shows, that go more than 5 or 6 seasons,
End badly.
end badly? Nearly all of them.
Yep.
That's the problem.
There's very few, and really...
That was the problem with Game of Thrones at the start, because I knew for a fact, whenever I first started watching, I read the books, I was like, dear Lord, it's going to have to go on for 10, 11, 12 seasons to get all this in and for it to be really good. And
Yeah.
if they can pull that off, it'll be the greatest TV show ever made.
Hell, they ran out of books.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
to
they
the...
had to make up their own shit, and it was a disaster.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
George Martin, you fool.
yeah. But I would agree with Game of Thrones. That's a good pick.
Yeah,
Um,
poor me.
Breaking Bad's a great show.
Breaking Bad is a great show. Terrible ending, though.
Great ending.
Yeah.
El Camino is the true ending.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't...
El Camino ain't terrible.
It's not
just,
terrible.
It's just not...
It's telling us
Like,
the story we already assumed.
Yeah, like we already knew what was going to happen.
We thought,
there.
oh, he's going to escape he's going to escape. He's going to
Yeah.
get away.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, he escaped and got away. Great. I didn't learn anything.
Yeah, everybody was happy for Jesse already at the end of the show. So like,
Yeah, he got
what
away.
What was the point
Yeah,
of telling
the
that story?
one character that deserved a happy ending got one.
Yeah,
Like, the only
no
reason-
shit.
Well, they should. If they wanted to bring it into that movie, they should have made it a tragic ending for him.
Yeah, at least something different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Be
but
like, oh,
they just went with what everybody already knew.
like he like turns around and goes back into the criminal underworld
Yeah.
because that's all he knows, and then he gets killed for it or
Yeah.
something. That would have been like, oh, we didn't see that coming. No, he just escaped.
Better Call Saul's good.
I've
Better Call
actually
Saul
I've
is
seen a
good.
few episodes of it. It actually is really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
I watched the
I've seen a few-
first 3 seasons of it. It's really.
I've watched the first 2 seasons. I really like it. I ain't watched all of it.
I think
but
I've watched,
from
like-
what I've seen. It's amazing.
I think I've seen 5 or 6 episodes of it,
Yeah.
and yeah, it is.
I've
really good.
gotten to the first big spoiler of the show.
it is slower paced than Breaking Bad, but
It's a good.
it's a very
good
slow
slow burn.
pace. Yep, very. Let's go on to the movies. I guess
Okay.
we'll start with Jake's.
They call me Trinity.
Call Me Trinity.
Those movies were so good. I see. I always talk about these movies as like a whole series.
See, I only watched the one on YouTube.
Yeah,
I think
it's-
it was the first one.
Is that no? Let me think. It's been a little bit since I've watched that certain one. Let me think. Is that the one with Bambino and they go to that bandit camp?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the one I always watched as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that movie is. It's just okay. So, this was in the peak of all the big westerns coming out, and a lot of them were coming out of Italy. That's why they call them spaghetti westerns. And well, I guess this director decided, all these westerns are the exact same.
Like superhero movies.
So we're going to go and parody the crap out of them.
Like Deadpool.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I viewed it as. It was like a Deadpool of its time.
Trinity is kind of like Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of is.
Yeah.
He's just the fastest slinger in the West.
Yep. I viewed it as like a older version of Deadpool.
So
in a lot of ways.
Trinity, it's pretty. The entire series, I don't really think it has a coherent storyline. Honestly,
No.
You more so just watch it just to see the antics of the brothers Trinity and Bambino.
That and it to make fun of the Western genre.
Yeah. Like whenever they do like a bean eating contest between Bambino and the big gang leader to see who wins. That's who becomes the winner. It cracked me up. And then Bambino farts one time and it knocks everybody out.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite parts, the most memorable part, because I've not seen these movies in years. I actually do want to rewatch them.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good.
One of the most memorable parts is the opening scene where he goes into that tavern and they come across these two guys these bounty hunters, I guess, that have gotten this prisoner with him, and the prisoner's been shot, and he decides he just takes the prisoner by the arm and just takes him right out of the tavern, saying he's coming with me now. And the two bounty hunters start to go point their guns through windows to shoot him, and without even looking, he just takes the gun and shoots them both with one shot.
Yeah.
Without even looking at him, he just takes the gun and just shoots behind his back.
like all dumb westerns used to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just obviously making fun.
It's making fun of that. It's hilarious. From what I understand, this movie was critically hated too.
Yeah, it was.
I remember.
That surprises
I looked
me.
on Rotten Tomatoes to see after I watched it because I was like, I like that movie. I wonder what people had to say about it at the time. Oh my god, no one liked it, and I mean no one.
Yeah.
It's a 0. No one.
It doesn't deserve that.
Yeah, no critic liked it at all.
There are 2 movies actually a part of the series. There's 3 Trinity movies,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's 2 that break off and just do the story of Trinity.
Yeah.
And they're called My Name Is Nobody and Nobody Is My Name.
Mm-hmm.
Those movies are also hilarious.
Yeah.
So it's got an entire 5-movie saga to it.
I've not seen all those movies. I've
not either.
I've only seen the one that you suggested.
I've seen all the Trinity movies and the first Nobody.
Because I had never heard of these movies until you mentioned them.
I haven't even seen all the Trinity movies. I haven't seen the third one.
Really?
I've only seen 2 Trinity movies. I've seen My Name Is Nobody.
Okay.
But all these were years ago.
Yeah.
It's probably been close to a decade since I've seen these movies.
Mm-hmm. They're amazing westerns, quintessential for those who want to get into.
I wouldn't call them westerns. I'd say they're parodies, but
they're definitely parodies.
Yeah.
They're western parodies.
yeah,
I enjoy these movies. They're fun.
yeah,
These
they're
movies
hilarious.
I would say if you've watched 10 or 15 western movies and you're getting tired, these will make you laugh really, really hard.
I agree. I guess it's a good segue into what feels like a western. There Will Be Blood.
Oh God.
I think There Will Be Blood feels like a western.
That was a great movie.
You didn't watch it.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we were talking about bad endings to good movies.
Mm-hmm.
I think me and you have agreed this movie probably has one of the greatest endings ever.
Agreed.
It does.
You are Afterbirth, Eli.
Yes.
That's all you are.
You're nothing but an
You
afterbirth.
slivered out of your mother's filth.
Yeah.
I drink your milkshake.
Yeah.
I drink it up.
Yep.
Like, that entire last scene is incredible. Just the whole film, it covers this character named Daniel, which is pretty funny because Daniel Day-Lewis, but he basically is like this guy. He works on oil rigs, and he's like his own boss, and he wants to be the king of oil in this town. And this other guy, Eli, he's like this religious, he's like this guy who exploits religion, where one guy, Daniel, exploits oil to the people. Eli exploits religion, and it's both about how these two people are just awful.
Yeah.
Like, these people are horrible people.
Yeah, they're awful to everyone else, and they're awful to each other.
Yep, and Daniel's, he's so bad. Like, there was this scene that's so telling in the film whenever his kid goes deaf.
Yeah.
And whenever the oil rig is blowing up, and instead of checking on his kid, he goes to check on the oil rig. He's like, help this kid. Oil rig's burning down. He's like, I don't care about this kid at all.
It is a great movie about greed.
Yeah, very. It also has one of the best scenes with the church scene.
Yes.
Where I abandoned my child.
Yes. And he starts smacking him.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking Daniel Day-Lewis is starting to crack, because it looks like he's smiling.
Yeah.
I think that Daniel Day-Lewis is starting to crack.
Yeah.
There.
that movie has so many just great moments and great pieces of dialogue. I will say though, if you, I wouldn't suggest this movie to everybody. Weirdly enough, because the first 15 minutes there's no dialogue. It's just all like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, I was confused.
Yeah.
The first 15, 20 minutes. I actually don't remember a lot of the first 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, the first 15 minutes are basically just him finding the gold.
Yeah.
Like with 2 broken legs.
Yeah.
And just showing how far he'll go to get wealth and power.
Yeah.
But there's no talking at all, none of that. But after that, there's a lot of talking and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but it's a freaking awesome movie. It's incredible.
Yep.
It might be PTA's best. We're talking about another PTA film here in a minute that
I don't think
rivals
it's his best.
Okay. I'm very conflicted because the film that you have to discuss that's a PTA film I think is damn near close.
Which is my favorite.
I think it's damn near close. I think they're both just incredible. Might be as, but I don't know. It's hard for me to pick.
Yeah.
But There Will Be Blood's awesome.
Yeah. But I will say this: PTA, he's very Kubrick-like.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's pretty much.
Hell, he even copies Kubrick in what was the Boogie Nights? Whenever the long take shoot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think one thing that we talked about, and I think I got this from somewhere. I can't remember where though. That got this in my head, but we talked about how like Kubrick and PTA both have this thing to where in the middle of the movie there's just this moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much just like the moment that goes from like the kind of like cool character build of the first half to the downfall in the second half. Kubrick had that, and PTA has.
But you look at Boogie Nights, the first half of it looks like a fun movie of
raunchy
nudity
and everything.
It was like just this really fun movie that's like early 2000s.
But then a murder-suicide happens.
Yeah, and then the movie shifts
out of nowhere
very quickly. Yep. And I think it's that guy's wife is banging all these other people that are porn stars.
Yeah, and then he just shoots her
himself.
and the guy.
Yep. And it transitions from 1979 to 1980.
Yeah.
But yeah, PTA is the master at that. Him and Kubrick were. But
yeah.
I love There Will Be Blood. I think it's
it's a great
phenomenal.
Movie. It's a great movie.
Your pick.
Punch Drunk Love. My favorite PTA.
This is a very tough for me because I love Punch Drunk Love as well. I think it's Adam Sandler. I think it's his second best performance behind Uncut Gems. I think Adam Sandler makes this movie.
He does.
I mean, the cinematography, all that's great. And
yes.
The score is one of the most unique I've ever heard in a film.
Yes.
But without Adam Sandler's performance, this movie does not work at all.
Like
this was around the time people didn't think Adam Sandler could act. He was coming off all these like funny comedies and stuff like that. But no one ever
that were getting. And to be fair, they were getting panned too.
Yeah, but
like Little Nicky, Waterboy.
But audiences liked them.
Audiences liked them.
Yeah,
critics hated
that's why I wouldn't say like they were panned necessarily because who
cares what the critics think?
Yeah, but as for like an actual actor, no one thought, oh, Adam Sandler can actually act. And then Punch Drunk Love happened.
Yes.
And it might be one of the greatest performances ever.
Yeah, it might be.
It's incredible.
It is.
There's that one scene where one of my favorite scenes in the entire film, I think it's one of yours too, is the phone scene in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Where he's like, shut your mouth. I'll effing kill you.
Yeah.
You stupid bitch.
Yeah.
And like he's talking to his sister.
Yeah, he's talking to his sister.
Like he has this rage.
Yeah, give me the number.
Give me the number.
Honestly, my favorite.
Why do you do this to me?
My favorite scene is the restaurant scene.
Yes, yes, where he goes in and just knocks off a bathroom stall.
Well, yeah, because the date brings up an embarrassing story.
Yes.
Of him from his childhood.
Yep.
And he just goes into the bathroom and just wrecks it.
Yep. And then the restaurant owner is like,
leave.
Yeah, get the hell out of the restaurant. And he's like, no, I don't want to.
he's like begging him, don't do this to me.
Don't do this to me. Don't do it.
The restaurant owner just threatens him to kill him.
He's like, get the F out of the restaurant.
Sir, I'm going to bash your head in if you don't leave.
I'm going to bash your effing brains in. Yeah. Like, Punch Drunk Love is amazing. And I love that, like, it has that shift, right? Where at first you think it's like this film about this lonely guy
who just
it doesn't really have anybody in his life.
It's very socially awkward.
And then
Hitman come after him.
Yes! Yeah! Then Hitman come after him. And then it becomes like this movie about him trying to get away from these people wanting money from him.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a romance at the end. And honestly, I've heard a great theory on Punch Drunk Love, and I think Punch Drunk Love might be a Superman movie.
What?
Let me explain.
Go, please.
Let me explain. What colors does he wear throughout the film?
Blue.
Yep. Now, what is he trying to do? Collect pudding for... Why does he want pudding?
The Fly.
The Fly. Yep. And there's an evil genius who formulates a plan to take him down. And he falls in love with this other woman, like a Lois Lane.
This is a stretch, man, but...
Well, it might be a stretch, but even PTA has admitted to this, saying he was inspired by the Donner films for Punch Drunk Love.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I think some of that can be found in it, but I'm not saying it's an actual Superman movie.
Right.
But I am
It's a
saying...
prequel.
It's like Joker. Give Superman to PTA and just let him do like what Todd Phillips did for Joker. That'd be hilarious.
Give it one dude. What's his name? Damn it! What's his name?
What do you direct?
Thumbhead? No.
Eraserhead.
Eraserhead.
Yeah, give David
David Lynch.
I give David Lynch Scarecrow.
Just
Wow.
That would be insanity.
See some stuff.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
But
the things that go through that man's head.
but yeah, I think just how like I guess the best way I can say the movie is that it's not it's an uncomfortable movie.
Oh yeah,
Like just because
but it's also darkly comedic.
yeah, but it's not uncomfortable in the way like a movie about some other big subjects are. It's more uncomfortable in just the fact of like
It's awkward.
it's awkward. It's like you're on a bad date.
Yeah, I
Pretty
almost
much.
compare it to the voice acting of Silent Hill 2. In that, whenever you play the game, you're like, these people don't sound normal.
Yeah.
That's a lot like what Punch Drunk Love is. You always feel like you never know what's going to come out of characters' mouths.
Yeah, and another great scene to me is the first scene where he actually has a breakdown and starts crashing things at his sister's party.
Yes,
And
he breaks the window.
Yes, he just breaks the window.
Yeah.
And they're just cussing him out. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And then he brings his sister's husband in. He goes and starts crying in front of him.
He's like, I need to see a doctor. And he's like, I'm a dentist, Barry. Yeah. But Punch Drunk Love is one of them films that I would very much say is it's kind of underrated. Not amongst people that have actually watched it. A lot of people
It
that
is
have
not
watched
brought up enough in Adam Sandler's
It's not,
resume. It
because
is not brought up
I
enough.
think a lot of that has to do with the perception of Adam Sandler because he does more bad movies than he does
Well,
good.
I'm sure if you see a movie titled Punch Drunk Love starring Adam Sandler, you're going to think it's a dumb rom-com.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not that at all.
It is not that at all.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Don't get me wrong. The romance part of it is there, and and you actually are happy to see these two be together.
But that's the weird thing is, though, Punch Drunk Love, in a lot of ways, is an Adam Sandler movie.
It is.
Yeah, it's an art house Adam Sandler movie. It's a lot like a lot of his like Adam Sandler romances, but just realistic.
Yeah.
Which I really liked.
Yeah.
I love the scene. Also, there's a really cool detail that actually you think Barry's the first meets her the first time whenever they meet outside the his workplace.
Yeah.
That's technically not the first time they see each other. The first time she sees him is he's walking in a grocery store and she's actually looking, like you can see her in the background, blurry, and she's actually actually scouting him out to see what he looks like and stuff.
Yeah.
It's never brought to attention in the film, but if you go back and watch it, she's there.
Yeah.
And she's actually looking at him. It's one of the cool details in the film. Like, yeah, she was looking to see what he looked like and stuff like that.
Another great scene to me is like one of the last scenes where he goes all the way to Utah to talk to
Yeah,
that character.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman's character and threatens him to stay away. He goes, "You say that's that before I beat the hell out of you."
Yep. That scene is incredible.
And I love it. I love that. Get the hell out of here, pervert! And he turns around and going, "Didn't I warn you?" and he goes, "Hey, we're cool.
Hey, we're cool. We're cool." I love Punch Drunk Love. I would suggest it to
Anybody. Like, more people need to watch this. This, unlike There Will Be Blood, I think this is a movie that everybody needs to see.
Yeah, everybody might not like it, but I will say it's a film that everybody at least needs to give a try.
It's probably in my top 20 favorite all-time films.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. It might be top 10.
Yeah, it's that great of a film.
It is that great of a film.
It's incredible. I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Anything else anybody want to add?
You've been kind of quiet on it. Haven't you seen this movie?
I have.
What do you think about Punch Drunk Love?
Yeah, sorry, Jay.
It was good. It was a good movie.
What do you think Adam Sandler's... Because I know you watched Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
What do you think his performance was compared to Uncut Gems?
Not as good, but then again, like, it's just chaos in Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
This movie's a bit bit more laid back, weirdly to say.
Yeah.
It is a laid back movie. It's a comfort movie. You
Yeah.
can lay back and watch it.
Well, yeah, Uncut Gems is what I would call LSD.
Yeah.
Like, Uncut Gems, to hell with coherent story and all that stuff, it's complete insanity the entire time. So the vibes of the movies are totally different.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's a fun movie to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Made me laugh, made me cry.
Made me feel things inside.
Made me feel things inside. Makes me want to sing a song.
Yep.
You know, stuff like that.
I like the dance sequence in the grocery store. Whenever he's, like, looking for pudding.
Yeah.
I love that scene. I don't know why. It's just such an improvised scene from Cellar. It's just incredible. But, yeah, did anybody say that says Adam Sandler's a bad actor?
Watch Punch Drunk Love.
Watch Punch Drunk Love and Uncut Gems and My Red Stories. That's the
Or
three I would
Click.
suggest.
Watch Click, too.
Yeah. Which I would say the perception wouldn't change after Click.
No, it wouldn't.
I would say, though, if you watch them three movies,
It's
My
like
Red Stories, Punch
every
Drunk Love,
every 5 years he does a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It feels like.
like, he does, like, all this shit to get paid. And he's even admitted to this. Like, I remember Uncut Gems, he said, if I don't get nominated for an Oscar, I'm going to make 5 more shitty movies. And I'm sure he will. Happy Madison Productions, baby. But then he'll turn around and make a masterpiece.
Has Happy Madison made an actual good movie?
No!
Benchwarmers.
Oh my god, that was a Happy Madison movie.
What was the...
Rob Schneider's a god.
Yeah. The greatest actor ever. I remember Adam Sandler was trying to talk David Spade into doing like one of these serious art films on like a podcast, and David Spade's like, nah. But Uncut Gems, I remember Adam Sandler also did a great short with the Safdie brothers. I sent it to you.
Yeah.
Silver Man and Gold Man. That short's awesome. That short's freaking amazing. It's basically, have you seen this?
I haven't.
Okay, the short's basically about these two people that work on the streets in New York. Mm-hmm. They're like, what do you call them? They're the entertainers. They dress up in like these costumes,
They're
like
street performers.
Yeah, like street performers. And Adam Sandler's character dresses up like this gold man, and he was on Jimmy Kimmel once, so he got famous. But he's not really that talented. Whereas the other guy, Silverman, dresses up as the Tin Man, and he's incredible, but he don't get the same attention because he's not as famous as Adam Sandler's character. I thought that was really cool. And basically, Adam Sandler's character at the end of it sees like this fame as a chore, while the Silverman sees trying to become great as a chore. And they both live in these lives of just trying to please other people. It's
Wow.
it's incredible.
That actually is pretty heavy.
It's awesome. It's the Safdie brothers directed it, and one of the Safdie brothers actually acts in it. The Silverman, that's one of the Safdie brothers.
Really?
Yeah, he's a great actor.
He is?
He's in Good Time. Yeah, he plays the brother with Down syndrome. He's incredible. Great actor though. But I would suggest watching The Silverman too with Adam Sandler. It's a short, about 20 minutes on YouTube.
Okay.
It's awesome. Anything else anybody want to add?
I'm good.
Justice League's the greatest movie we've ever made.
That is true.
Yep.
Right up there with Suicide Squad.
Yep. All right, we out.
See you guys.